to it a portion of his divine power, so that it might destroy the land.
You don't say.
I am Hacker, the weapons dealer. Every man should carry a weapon these days, especially when venturing outside of the city walls.
Who says things like that?
Tell me more about the area around the city.
It's gotten too dangerous out there, because of the bandits for one thing, and also on account of wild beasts.
Go away.
Even the animals don't seem to get enough to eat in these crappy times. They're venturing closer to the city all the time.
And he works all day, too.
Do you know anything about the paladins?
Yes. Those guys are ruining my business.
Honestly,
All you can buy in this entire town is a short sword at most. They've helped themselves to anything that's longer than a foot and a half.
That's not what my husband thinks.
In return, I now get to live in the hotel free of charge.
That's not what I heard.
Where do you get your weapons from?
Harad the smith has been my supplier up to now. Now all he does is make stuff for the paladins. He works for those guys day and night like a madman, without pay. He thinks it's his duty. All I can offer you now is my remaining stock.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
What do you know about the disappearances of the citizens of Corinus?
I have seen many pass through the eastern city gate. Some of those who came I had never seen before in my life. And many of those who went out never came back. But what happened the other day was really quite strange. There was this fellow who came here. I think his name is Joe. He bragged that he would soon come into some serious money. He claimed that he knew how to get into one of the city towers where the militia keep their arms. I haven't seen him since, even though I used to bump into him around the same time every day. I reported this to the militia. I thought that maybe he had been caught and thrown into the dungeon. But Lord Andre had no idea what I was talking about. He didn't even know the fella.
Everybody knows by now.
What do you know about the bandits?
What do I know about them? They robbed me on my way to the city, and I'm not the only one. They've been up to their tricks for quite a while. The militia tried to track them down, but without any success.
Do you know who in the militia took part in the search?
The fellow's name is Pablo. He and a few others went looking for the bandits, but they didn't find them.
Do you know where I can find Pablo?
He patrols around the city. You'll find him either at the Temple Square or in the lower part of town.
I won't tell her. Go away. Don't tell me that.
Where did they hold you up?
Near Akil's farm. Just go out of the city gate from here. Follow the road to the right. After a while, you'll get to a few steps. The bastards came from there.
Really? Someone's
I bet they have their hideout back there in the woods.
I don't believe that.
I'll deal with it.
What? You want to take on the bandits? By yourself? You're quite a good fighter, huh?
How much is the matter worth to you?
Really?
That's a dangerous business. Well, it's all right with me. I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you defeat the bandits.
Take care of everything for everybody. Really, how interesting. I witnessed it myself. He had better. That's not what my husband thinks. Everybody knows by now. These are bad times.
Hey! I need your help.
If it's absolutely necessary, what's wrong?
The farmer Akil is under attack by mercenaries.
What? Those riffraff are hanging around on Akil's farm? Then let's not waste any time. Follow me. Come here, you filthy beast.
Wait a minute.
Those cutthroats are threatening my husband. We are citizens of the town, loyal to the king, and the mercenaries are planning to rob us. Now don't you just stand there, do something. Help us.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Everything all right?
As soon as anyone says anything wrong around here, the dance starts. So watch your step or there'll be a slaughter.
Will you join the fight?
If I didn't have enough,
I'm not just gonna stand here when the ruckus starts, but I'm not gonna push it either.
that's nothing new.
Is there a problem?
No, everything's fine. It would be better if you left now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, everything's fine. I can't talk to you now.
Whatever it is that brought you here, you had better forget it and hit the road.
Hey, Yoko, have you lost your way? Go back to your field and pull up a few turnips.
That was no big deal.
Now watch how this works.
Don't have to ask me that.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
So much for you, lowlife.
All right, that's that. I'll be off then.
Thank Innes. I thought my time had
Poor
run out.
sucker.
My name is Akil.
You don't even have any gold on
I
you.
farmed this humble piece of land.
I think I'd better
Who were
take
those
this
people?
weapon.
Those were mercenaries from Onar's farm. Those bastards don't know anything but plunder and murder. I'd been fearing the worst. Well, thank Innes it didn't come to that. Tell me, what can I do for you?
Nothing. Just as long as you got through this all right.
You're an exceptional fella. May Innes guard you on your way.
Have you heard anything about missing citizens?
Don't make me laugh. Heard of them? Some of my own people are missing. Tonak and Telbor used to work on my fields until 3 days ago. And I know exactly that they wouldn't up and leave the farm just like that. And yet they've simply vanished and no one can tell me where they went. If you happen to find out what's become of them, be sure to let me know, will you?
What did the mercenaries want from you?
You don't know that? Onar, the landowner, hired them. They guard his farm and collect the rent for him. And that means they go from farm to farm and take whatever they want. And whoever can't pay gets a taste of their steel.
You know your way around this area.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Where can I find Onar's farm?
Just go back down the stone steps and follow the road to the east. At some point, you come to a tavern. From there, you go farther east until you come to the big fields. That's where the mercenaries hang out.
What is there in the woods behind your farm?
There's just a whole bunch of monsters back there. And the wolves are the least dangerous. A few bandits are also said to have their caves there. Well, they've left my farm alone so far.
What is that tavern to the east of here?
Ask Randolph. He knows more about it than I do. He's been there a few times.
I've gotta go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
Everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine. That Alvarez has become bolder and bolder lately. Good thing that's over now. What I could use now is a good drop in the tavern.
Hey, you! What's up?
It's been a long time since we've seen a stranger on our land who didn't want to skin us. I hope I'm not wrong about you. I'm Akil, and the strange bird over there is my brother, Anim.
How's the field work going?
Great, if those miserable field raiders weren't constantly destroying our harvest.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
You're joking. Since I've been on this farm, I've killed so many of the beasts that I've lost count. But alas, new ones keep coming.
Hey! Who are you?
My name is Enim. I'm one of the field hands. And the half-pint over there is my brother Akil. We've been working here on the farm for Akil for several years.
How's the field work going?
Do you want to help? There's another hole back there. Grab it and then head for the field. You just have to make sure that the field raiders don't surprise you. They'll tear your arm right off with one bite.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
I've killed more of them than I can count. The only problem is they keep coming back.
Your brother told me the same.
What? That loafer? He always disappears just as soon as the beasts come onto our land. He shouldn't be talking such nonsense.
Hey! Your brother tells a similar story.
Ah, what exactly does he say?
That he has also done away with plenty of field raiders.
What? That loser can't even find his way home by himself. Tell him he shouldn't brag like that.
Hey! Your brother thinks you're a braggart.
What? He's actually got the nerve to say that? He'd better watch out or I'll teach him a lesson. Go and tell him that.
Wait a minute.
Enim is a bit irritated about this thing.
He shouldn't puff himself up so much, else I'll tear his head off. Tell him that.
Hey, you! I think the two of you should just relax.
The bastard didn't give in, am I right? I'll tear out his guts. Tell him that.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
I'll do that.
Haven't you done enough damage? I think you should go now.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there.
I took care of the bandits.
Really? Anyone could say that. Do you have proof?
Should I go back and cut off their heads?
No, I don't think that will be necessary. I believe you. You have done the merchants and the city a great service. Here is the money you were promised.
How strange. It seems to me that I have met you before, traveler. Well, great are the mysteries of time and space. Oh, please forgive my rudeness, son of patience. I have not even greeted you yet. Welcome, friend. Take a seat on my humble rugs and enjoy a pipe in peace.
Who are you?
My name is Abu Jin ibn Jadir ibn Omar Khalid bin Haji al-Sharidi. I am a seer and a prophet, an astrologer and a purveyor of tobacco.
What kind of tobacco do you offer?
My pipes are filled with spicy, refreshing apple tobacco. Help yourself whenever you want, son of adventure.
Do you have other tobacco as well?
I offer only the very best tobacco. This apple blend is a symphony from my homeland, the Southern Isles. But, of course, I'm always open to trying a different sort of tobacco. If somebody should succeed in producing a really good tobacco.
How's that done?
Start with my apple tobacco as a basis, and then try combining it with another ingredient. This is done at an alchemist's bench, provided you know the essentials of alchemy.
Where can I get apple tobacco?
I shall give you 2 portions. It is up to you, in your wisdom, to do with them whatever you want. If you crave more, then direct your steps toward Zuris, the master of potions. He produces this tobacco, and he sells it too.
Can you make me a prophecy?
My services are yours for a modest fee, oh father of generosity.
How much do you want?
For a paltry 25 coins. I shall risk a glance through time for you. But remember, the future is always uncertain. All I can do is glimpse some fragments of time.
Tell me about the future.
All right, seeker of knowledge. I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready? Orcs. They are guarding an entry, an old tunnel, the Valley of Mines, men in shining armor. A magician. Your friend is with them. He is waiting for you. Fire! An attack! A mighty creature. The flames, many shall die. What is that? A city. Ruins. Quarhodron in Jakandar. He is summoned. Quarhodron in Jakandar. I'm sorry. The vision is over. There's nothing more I can see.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection.
Get out of my bed! What's up?
I've got a new tobacco blend.
Let me try your tobacco. This tastes incredible. I've never had a better smoke in my life. How did you prepare this blend?
I mixed the tobacco with honey.
You have done well, father of the art of blending. I would be delighted to fill my miserable pipes with this.
Fill her up, then.
Thank you, son of generosity. No other blend could be as good as this one. I shall buy every bit you can bring me of this.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted.